And today's hot topic is no other than Olympic gold medalist, Olympic silver medalist, Sha'Carri Richardson. Now the internet has been going a little crazy, about Sha'Carri in an airport situation. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, you're gonna see it here. But before we show the video, I just want to say, at the end of the day, she's a woman. She's a regular person outside of being a, professional track and field superstar. She got feelings like everybody else, man, or like any other woman, man. And it's typical. It's typical stuff, in relationships, especially when well, we can only assume that the way he was trying to, tuck and roll with that phone, and before she did a little shoving on the boy, we can only assume that it came from them probably just bumping heads in the relationship. Unfortunately, that it happened at the, I want to say, Seattle airport for everybody to see it. But we're gonna check this video out real quick, and we'll come right back. So as y'all seen for yourself, it was airport footage. Of course, TMZ was the ones who had it first. They didn't want to put it out, and everybody used it, including myself. Yeah, it just looked like regular, normal, stuff that happens in a relationship, man. We don't know exactly what happened, but a lot of people saying, man, it look like one of them you can't get my phone situation, or or it could have just been a normal little argument that they might have had on the way to the airport, and it just spilled over once they got inside the airport, but it happens, and this happened like late July 27th, if I'm not mistaken, and it was said once they walked off out of the view of those cameras that we just seen that little clip of, I guess when they was getting closer to boarding or whatever, or got to TSA, they was still having a little back and forth, and I think she threw something at him, and by that time, you already know certain people see that, they gonna, get the cops involved and all that stuff like that. Him himself said he didn't want to press charges. He said it was nothing, but I guess in the state of Washington, because they was at Seattle airport, I guess if if it's any kind of I don't even really want to call that an assault, but that's probably the legal term to use, or any type of battery towards your partner, they're gonna lock you up for domestic violence, DV charge. So that's all that happened between them. We don't know how it's gonna play out as of now. We haven't heard nothing from Sha'Carri. It's regular. It happens all the time in every relationship. So I don't think it's nothing to blow up. Now, would this possibly make their relationship a little rocky because she probably felt like, yo, my dude, let me go to jail? Who knows, you know what I'm saying? But, if she's very understanding, she'll realize that was out of his hands too. But also, too, she can also feel like, yo, what you had going on, well, whatever, the phone, another female, whatever, our argument, from our argument, landed me in jail, because of my reactions and stuff like that. But let's hear what he had to say. He actually spoke, I want to say a couple days ago, August 3rd. He was asked about it. He said what he said about her, and left it at that. So let's check this little video out, man. We'll get right back to it.
Personally, I feel like it was just a sucky situation all around. like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have like things that she need to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love. And I feel as if like I don't try to look at obstacles either. Like, I just look at like situations like this to just like, you know, take a step back, analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so that's kind of how I look at the situation. And like, and I hate the narrative too of just like, you know what I'm saying, it's so negative. But like I said, it's just like in the state of Seattle, even talking to the cop or whatever, it was just like it really was nothing I could do. And just like, I understood. But I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation. But she's a human being and a great person. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we've been able to be like really good teammates like all year. And I hate that narrative too because, you know, us coming together, like we're just two like real dominant personalities. And she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like, I see it every day. And like, you know, for me in my process, like I just said, like moving training groups, a whole new environment, a whole new, you know what I'm saying, training setup, different than what I've been in the past, like, you know, 10 years of my, you know, track and field career. And transitioning and then still coming back running 9.8 and feeling like I got so much more to give. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my path and that's my journey. And like being so up close and personal with her every day. And like I watched this girl like fall on the track like in February and walk it off like it was, you know what I'm saying, like a cramp, but get back up and have to take like a month and a half of just like rehab and trying to come back. And then 3 weeks later like have a competition and like, you know what I'm saying, like she just has a lot of things going on and like a lot of emotions and forces going on inside of her that like not only I can understand, but you know nobody can, because she 1-on-1 and I'm 1-on-1 too. And so I know everything is happening in God's plan, because obviously he's 1-on-1. And so that's really the main focus and the thing that I just wanted to say. And I know that like it's been a tough journey for her this year, but she gonna bounce back. And like I said, I see it every day. She's the best female athlete in the world, and she gonna be just fine. She gonna be good, and I'm gonna be good too. So it is what it is.
Yeah, as y'all see in the video, man, I guess some reporters pushed up on him, asked him about the situation. He didn't get into details about what it was about, but he still showed, you know, some type of admiration for her and supporting her, having her back. He felt like she shouldn't have been arrested. You know how they be going. But it's just regular couple stuff. I don't think it's nothing that'll make her look bad. I don't think it would affect her career. I hope not. And he also spoke on basically saying like her mental state might have been, you know, has been a little off lately. I'm not sure if he was speaking on him having an injury or her having an injury and having to fight back through that. But definitely, he's saying that, you know, she's going through some things that everybody that wouldn't understand, not even him, some stuff that she got to get through. And you know how that go. They both track stars. Dude named Christian Colmen, excuse me. I don't think I ever heard of him, you know, but I think he mentioned him. He been doing this for 10 years, you know, and if I have, I might have just, you know, don't remember. But other than that, man, it really was just a simple couple spat, you know. She trying to get to the bag. He had in his hand. Got the push and the shove. You know, she ain't number like 5 feet, 5'2", you know, little mama. So y'all know how that be playing out, man. Obviously, it was something in that bag that she was trying to get to, and he wasn't trying to let her get to it. But Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested. She's out now. I think they said, the report says she sat in there for about like 19 hours or something like that before she was released. Nobody want to see that girl sit in jail for no amount of time, so I can understand why, you know, he probably feel a little bad about the situation. Hopefully this don't break them up, because they just went public with their relationship earlier this year in February. You know, I'm just now finding out now that they even been in a relationship, so I might have missed back in February when they, I guess, announced it. And y'all know how that go. You know, soon, especially when you like celebrities, athletes, whatever, you know, or, you know, you got some type of social status or whatnot. Y'all know how that go. As soon as you go public with your significant other, everybody, trying to get at you and all that stuff like that. For the ladies, it's gonna be all type of guys trying to holler. For the men, all type of females trying to holler, man. But it's up to you if you're gonna bite that bait, man. So we already know how that plays out when it gets like that, man. And hopefully them two can, fix that situation, or, because it didn't went public. And, a lot of times, sometimes when stuff that's private goes public, it kind of, you never bounce back to how things used to be because you're too busy trying to make sure, the world and the people see you in a certain light, man. But that's just some quick news, man, that y'all can use. Shout out Sha'Carri. She haven't spoke on the situation, man. Shout out to her boyfriend too, man. Just for even still, doing the interview, not speaking on their business like that, but still, showing love to his girl. So if anything else come through pertaining to this, man, y'all already know I'll bring it to y'all, man. But till next time, I'm gone.